Hi dear all, welcome to my channel IBRAHIMA Attitude and welcome to my English lessons. This is lesson number 3, the preterit versus the present perfect. Simple. These two tenses are very often confused by students and even by some teachers. So today I am going to help you better understand how to form and how to use both tenses in English. I am Mr. NGOM, and before we start the lesson, I want to ask you to subscribe to my channel IBRAHIMA Attitude on YouTube. Here is a text. 2 months ago, I applied for a place at RWADA. I didn't tell my parents. Last week, I received a reply inviting me to go down for interview and first audition. I have just had a serious argument with my parents, although I have never really quarreled with them in my life before. Yesterday, my friend said, "Have you ever done anything wrong to your parents? Because if you haven't, now is the time." But I haven't had my 18th birthday yet. I think I am afraid of the future, but I have not made up my mind yet about leaving home. Here is a text with verbs in the preterit and verbs in the present perfect. In blue are the actions in the preterit, and in red are the actions in the present perfect. 2 months ago I applied, didn't tell. Last week I received. Yesterday my friend said. Are preterit and present perfect. I have just had. I have never really quarreled. Have you ever done? I haven't had my 18th birthday. I have not made up my mind yet. Now, we are going to see how these two tenses are formed. First, the first one is the preterit, also called simple past. So in some books it is preterit, in other books it is simple past. They are the same. Formation, part 1. To form the preterit in English, you have to bear in mind that there are two groups of verbs, regular verbs and irregular verbs. Regular verbs, example, to live, lived. Regular verbs end in ed in the simple past, also called preterit. To like, liked. To cook, cooked. To wait, waited. To hop, hopped. To hop, hopped. To look, looked. To love, loved. Here are examples of regular verbs in English, and they end in ed, so no problem. Okay, but be careful is the pronunciation, ed pronunciation. It can be t, it can be d, it can be id. Lived, liked, cooked, waited, hopped, hopped, looked, loved. Irregular verbs. For the irregular verbs, you have to find the list of irregular verbs and try to learn them by heart or by rote. In the list of irregular verbs, there are very often 3 columns. Columns of infinitive here, columns of preterit, and column of past participle. But today our focus is on the preterit, like to arise, arose, to awake, awoke, to be was or were, to bend, bent, to bleed, bled, to blow, blew, to cast, cast, to catch, caught, to come, came, to deal, dealt, to do, did. Yes, here are in blue the preterite form of irregular verbs that you have to learn by heart. Exercise 1. Put the following verbs between parentheses in the preterit. Amy to come back last month. Amy to come back last month. I to catch a cold 3 weeks ago. My mother to cook chicken yesterday. Obama to live in the White House. We to do that lesson last Friday. So here you put your hand on the pause, your finger on the pause button. You do the exercise and you come back. Okay, suppose you have finished. Let's correct together. Number 1, Amy to come back last month will be Amy came back last month. To come, came, come. I to catch a cold 3 weeks ago. To catch, caught. Number 3, my mother to cook chicken yesterday. Cook, regular verb, cooked. Obama to live in the White House. To live, regular verb, lived. We to do that lesson last Friday. To do, irregular verb, we did that lesson last Friday. Forms. Affirmative form is already done. Now negative form and interrogative form. Negative form. Auxiliaries was not, or were not. Had not, hadn't, did not, or didn't. So you have the auxiliary preterite form plus not. It's very easy. Ordinary verbs now, they will use auxiliary do in negative form plus base form. So here you have the formula, subject plus did not plus base form. Let us practice. Did not or didn't. I did not see my book. And as you can see here is in the base form. Not did not saw. It's a mistake. I did not see, base form. Okay? They did not open their books. Open also base form because you have already did not. Number 3, Ida did not wash her hands. Number 4, the students did not come. Number 5, we did not go to the beach. Okay? Here, interrogative form. The interrogative form for auxiliaries, was I, was you or were you, was he, was she, was it, were we, were you in the plural, or was they. So was is for singular and were is for plural. Had I, had you, had he, had she, had it, had we, had you, had they. Do, did I, did you, did he, did she, did it, did we, did you, did they. So it's not so difficult. Now for ordinary verbs, again, we are going to use did. Did plus subject plus base form also. Bear in mind that fact. So did I play? Did you play? Did he play? Did she play? Did it play? Did we play? Did you play? Did they play? And not forget the question mark. The question mark is very important here. Did you see my book? Did they open their books? Did Ida wash her hands? Did the students come? Did the boys go to the beach? This is how we form the interrogative form of the preterit, also called simple past. Exercise 2. Put the following sentence in the preterit in the given forms. So here you have 3 sentences. My wife to live in Dakar in 2018. Number 2, they to go to the library yesterday morning. And number 3, the last one, Anna to be at Lamingay High School. Affirmative form, negative form, interrogative form. So take a piece of paper and a pencil, put your finger on the pause button, and come back in a few minutes with your answers. Come on, let us answer. Number 1, my wife lived in Dakar. My wife did not live in Dakar. There is no D. Did my wife live in Dakar? So you see, negative form, interrogative form, live, there is no D because the D has been taken by do. Okay, the auxiliary, also called helping verbs. So the helping verb has come and helped live by taking the D. Okay. Number 2, the students go to the library yesterday morning. The students went, the students did not go. Don't say did not went, because once again, did, do is an auxiliary, also called helping verb. When do comes to help went, it takes the preterit, a charge, and it becomes did. Now went becomes base form go, did not go. Did the students go to the library yesterday? Number 3, Anna to be at Lamingay High School. Anna was at Lamingay High School. Anna was not at Lamingay High School. Was Anna at Lamingay High School? So was is an auxiliary. It doesn't need did, to form negative or interrogative form. Use now. We have finished with the formation of the preterit. Now let us see, when do we use the preterit? For this action do we use the preterit? Use number 1. For action that happened in the past and that are finished, the moment of the action is often precise. So number 1, we use the preterit for action that happened in the past that are finished. And actions when the moment is also precise or specified, it is the preterit. Simple past. Example, I visited Goree Island in 2008. She called me 2 minutes ago. The action is finished. The moment is precise. The police arrested the thieves last week. Arrested the thieves is an action that is finished in the past and the moment is precise, last week. A dame drank 5 cups of coffee this morning. To drink, drank, drunk. So this morning also, if the morning is finished, it is the past. So here we are in the afternoon. And number 5, my computer crashed when I tried to send an email. So when I try to send an email is the moment when the computer crashed. So the moment is precise here. So as you can see, all the 5 sentences are actions in the past that are finished and their moment precise. Number 2, the simple past is also used for narration. What is narration? Narration is when you relate a series of past actions. When you talk about past actions one after the other. Example 1. Senabu got up at 6 o'clock, took a bath, prayed, drank some milk, and went to school before 7. So you have here a series of action: to get up, to take a bath, to pray, to drink milk, and to go to school. Another example, the new teacher entered the classroom, put his bag on his desk, said good morning, and started the lesson. Here also you have a series of actions that happened in the past that we are narrating. Okay? Some time markers to guide you, but be careful with time markers. Yesterday, last week, last Monday, last Friday, last Thursday, last holidays, last Magal, last Gamu, etc. When I was a child, when I was in Dhaka, when I lived in Sokon, when I was in Paris, okay? In 1492, Christopher Columbus discovered America. Ago, also, here are some examples of time markers that shows that an action is in the past. You have also, as a situation when we use the preterit, it's high time, or it's time, or it's about time plus subject. Preterit. Example, it's high time you stopped smoking. It's high time plus subject. The subject here is you stopped smoking. Another example, it's high time we started the meeting. It's high time we started the meeting. You have it's high time plus subject plus started the meeting. Another case where we use preterit is when you express preference using would rather plus a subject. Two subject, would rather, subject plus preterit. My mother would rather I did not go out tonight. So you have my mother as the first subject, would rather, and I, second subject, did not go out is a preterit. Next, I would rather the teacher came. I, the first subject, would rather. The teacher, second subject, came, preterit. We also use the preterit with the second conditional, if clause type 2. If they invited me, I would not go. If they plus preterit. She would not marry you if she did not love you. Did not also is preterit. So in these three cases also, with and many other cases, we can use the preterit. We'll come back to it in some other videos, etc. Exercise number 3. Put verbs between parentheses in the preterit. Last Saturday, my father to take my friends and me to the circus. We to see lots of things. My father to buy us some popcorn and orange juice. We to eat the popcorn and to drink the orange juice. We to laugh at the funny clowns. There to be a lion tamer, the lion to do tricks, they to jump through hoops, a girl to ride an elephant around the ring, we all to have wonderful time. And here you take again your pencil and your exercise book, put your finger on the pause button, do the exercise, and carry on. Okay? Now, the second tense is the present perfect simple. The present perfect simple. Formation. The present perfect simple is formed by using auxiliary have in the present. It can be have or has. Singular, third person singular is has, and the other persons are have. Plus past participle. And here also you have to learn your irregular verbs. I have seen you. She has been here. And they have done the test. So you have seen, has been, have done. Have in the simple present plus past participle. And once again, I invite you to learn your regular and irregular verbs. Use. Now, how do we use the present perfect simple? First, the use. The present perfect simple is used for a past action that is linked to the present time. I repeat, a past action linked to the present time. Now, how can a past action be linked to the present time? It is with a result or consequence in the present. An action in the past that has a result or a consequence in the present time. Come on. Ali talking to Badu said, "Oh, Badu, your shoes are shining." And Badu replied, "I have polished them." So, Badu has polished his shoes in the past. The action is finished. But in the present, the result is, the consequence is that the shoes are shining, still shining. And here, the moment is not important. You don't say yesterday or last Friday or this morning. You just say, I have polished my shoes, I have polished them, to show that the action that happened in the past, meaning polishing my shoes, has a result in the present. My shoes are shining. Example number 2. The ground is wet because it has rained. Yes, right now I can see that the ground is wet. Why? Because it has rained. When is not important. It can be yesterday, it can be 2 days ago, it can be a week ago. But what is important today is that the ground is wet. And please don't precise the moment. Don't specify the moment. Because if you specify the moment, it is the preterit. Number 3. I have eaten some biscuits. I'm not hungry. Yes, right now, as you see me, I'm not hungry. Why? Because in the past, I have eaten some biscuit. And having eaten some biscuit is a finished action in the past, but that has a result in the present a consequence in the present, which is I am not hungry. Okay? We can move now. 2. The present perfect simple is also used for unfinished time period, meaning the time period of the action is not finished. So when you have an action that is in the time period that is not finished, this is, you use the present perfect simple. Let us see. When I say last year is finished, isn't it? Last week also over. 2019 finished, over. So examples of action of periods that are finished: last week, last Friday, last weekend, all those periods are, finished. But when I say this year, it's not finished. We are still in this year. This week also is not finished. We are still in the week. This morning, if we are still in the morning, it's not yet midday. We are still in the morning. The period is not yet finished. Today is not finished. Yesterday is finished, but today is not yet finished. So in this time period, we can use the present perfect when an action happened. Example, I have sent 3 mails this morning. It is 10 a.m. This morning, I have sent 3 mails. The action doesn't belong to the past because this morning is not yet finished. Number 2, we have played 2 games this week. Yes, this week is not yet finished. We have played 2 games. Maybe we can play a third and a fourth game before the end of the week. She has had 2 accidents this year. Oh, it's a pity. This year is not yet finished. She has had 2 accidents. She may have a third accident. So the action of having accident doesn't belong to the past. Okay? It is in a time period that is not yet finished this year. We also use the present perfect simple for life experience, meaning to show that someone has experienced something in his life, or someone has done something, or something has been done. Okay? For example, I have been to Mecca. So my life experience, one of my life experience is being to Mecca. So many people are here with us, they have never been to Mecca, but I myself, I have been to Mecca. This is my experience. Okay? But don't say last year, don't give the period, don't specify the period or the moment. Number 2, I have already seen this movie. Yes, this experience, because many people haven't seen Game of Thrones. I have seen Game of Thrones. It's my life experience. Okay? We have never seen snow. We have never seen snow. Okay? This is also experience. So, experience or not. Have you ever slept in a hotel? Yes, I have. Or no, I have never slept in a hotel. The present perfect is also used for recent actions. Okay? He has just left. Just means that the action is recent, not far from now. They have recently moved in. They have recently moved in. Moved in. We have finished. We have finished. Okay? Senegal has scored a goal. Recent action. Okay? To show that something has just happened. Number 5. We also use the present perfect simple to answer the question, how long? Example, how long have you been waiting here? How long have you waited here? She has waited for an hour. So, she has waited for an hour. How long has she waited? Mr. Ja has taught for 10 years. How long? 10 years. For 10 years. Now, some time markers. Just, already, never, rarely, before, ever, lately, recently, still, not, so far, up to now, not yet, yet. I'm sorry, here there is no question mark here. There is no question mark. A. Have you ever been to Ireland? I have been to Ireland 4 times so far. Present perfect. I met a lot of people 2 days ago. I met a lot of people 2 days ago. And sorry, I have forgotten something, because normally we can have also, it is the first time that I have seen him. It is the second time that I have eaten such a delicious meal. It is the third time that the minister has come here in Passy. So it is the first time, it's second time, it's third time plus present perfect. Exercise. Example, she can't go to the party. Why? Because she has caught a cold. So catching a cold happened in the past, but in the present, the consequence is she can't go to the party. So past action, present consequence. She can't go to the party because she has caught a cold. Number one, he can't walk very fast because he to hurt his leg. I can't get in because I to lose my key. I know this story very well because I to see the film. I can't post the letter because not a stamp on it, not put a stamp on it. He can't stand up because he to eat too much. So you take the words between parentheses and you find and you form a sentence to show that something happened in the past and now there is consequence, present perfect. Number 6, they can't go on holiday because they haven't saved some money, etc. So number 7, I know him, meet him before. Number 8, we don't know how he is, not hear from him. Number 9, he won't take a cigarette to give up smoking. Here are the answers. Answer for number 1 up to number 10. Okay, the answer to your exercise. Answer keys. So here also you can put your finger on the pause button and look at the answers. Here is the text. I have already written my own scripts, and in 2002 I won the Young Actors Award. My parents have tolerated this interest as a hobby, but they have never taken it seriously. Last year, my parents persuaded me to stay on at school to do A-levels. I have already told them that I want to go to drama school. We have spoken a lot about my future recently, but they haven't changed their views. They have had no reason to be angry with me. So far, I have done reasonably well in school. Up to now, my marks have been average or even better. So this is a good text, okay, for you to illustrate the simple past and the present perfect simple. Exercise. Here are some sentences, and I ask you to put them in the simple past or in the present perfect. Okay, so here also take your pencil and your piece of paper and put your finger on the pause button and do the exercise. And the answers are here. Has Tom finished? I'm sorry. Did he finish it yesterday? They went out a minute ago. Did Anne study yesterday afternoon? Did she call him a week ago? Have you ever been in a TV studio experience? Did you and Tom enjoy the party last night? And here, did you finish school last year? So you must understand that yet, present perfect, yesterday, preterit, minute ago, preterit, yesterday afternoon, preterit, week ago, preterit. Have you ever been is life experience? Last night is preterit. Did you finish last year also is preterit. Another exercise, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, IBRAHIMA Attitude, to like the videos and to comment on them. I to lose my dictionary, I can't find it anywhere. His hair looks short, he to have a haircut. When he to give up smoking. Jane to buy her car 2 weeks ago. My bicycle isn't here, somebody to take it. Either it is the simple past or the present perfect simple. Here also you put your finger on the pause button, do the exercise and come back. I have lost my dictionary. He has had a haircut. When has he given up smoking? Jane bought her car 2 weeks ago. And my bicycle isn't here, somebody has taken it. Here are the right answers to the exercise. Thank you very much for watching. It was Mr. NGOM. Once again, if you want to contact me for tutoring, for classes, for help, here are my contacts, my number, it's also WhatsApp number, and my emails. Goodbye.